Assalamu alaikum and good evening to everyone who's watching this video. This is Dr. Muhammad Yaseen and you are watching Dr. Yaseen Infection Control YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about something which since yesterday this news has almost shaken the whole world regarding the coronavirus or COVID-19 vaccine. Most of you might have heard this news that there is a vaccine coming up from Pfizer company which has 90% effectiveness. So this news has spread like fire in the jungle that the coronavirus now has no survival, so we will be free of coronavirus or COVID-19. Now I want to talk about some of the facts about this vaccine. So I will also give you a bad news, unfortunately, which I'll give you at the end, which may not make you happy, but obviously we'll have to talk about this. We have to be realistic. So let's talk about the company. Now, Pfizer is an American company and biotech is a German company. So both companies together have this joint venture of producing this vaccine. Now, first of all, anybody who did not watch my video, I recorded one video a couple of days ago about the stages of vaccine preparation until production. If you did not watch that video, you can watch it on my YouTube channel, or I will give the link in my description. So the description of this video, you will see the link of that video. So in that video, I talked about the stages of vaccine preparation until it reaches the patient or the person. So there's stage one, obviously, where you look at the virus structure. So this is exploratory stage. Then there's preclinical stage, which means that the vaccines are tested on animals. And then there are clinical trials, which means that it is not tested on the human beings. So clinical trials have three phases. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Now phase 3 is the most important phase, where it is given to thousands of people. And then the effectiveness of the vaccine is checked. Obviously the safety is checked with the side effects and everything. And also the effectiveness of the vaccine is checked by giving it to some people, and some people are given only placebo. Now placebo means this is not the real vaccine. In the clinical trials, there is something called placebo, which means that it is not the real drug that we are testing. It is something else, which is not that drug. So out of those 44,000 people, so far, what they have done, they have followed them after 1 month of giving the first dose. That means you give the first dose, then another dose is given after 3 weeks, and another week after giving the second dose, they start following the participants. So after following all of them, they found out that 94 people out of these 44,000 people got infected. So the 94 people who got infected, out of those 94, 8 people were given the vaccine. Okay. Now I want to also tell you that these people who are part of the vaccine trial, they don't do any precautions. They are not taking any precautions. They don't avoid any gathering or anything. So basically, actually, they go more towards the hotspots where there is a chance of getting the coronavirus. So 8 people got infected out of 94 who had been given the vaccine. So that's how they calculated the effectiveness, that 90% of the people who got the vaccine, they did not catch infection, and only 10% of the people who got vaccine, they caught infection. Now we will talk about some of the flaws of this because this is just an interim report. This is interim analysis. This was a press release by the CEO of the company, Pfizer company. It is not a publication. It is not published in any journal. It is not a study already finished. So these are interim analysis, which means the study has not been completed. There's a target of 164 people who will be infected. That means 94 by now. So whenever they have 164 people part of the study who get infected, they will stop the study, and then they will analyze the data again, and they will then have the final report. Okay, so this is how they calculated the effectiveness. But again, when you are publishing a data, when you are sending your study to a journal, they obviously look at all these factors: who were given the vaccine, who were the participants, what were their characteristics, what age, what gender, what kind of other comorbidities. So all this data has to be looked into. When they apply for approval, again, it is not approved study, it is not approved clinical trial. Still, it has to go through the approval process from the FDA. Although the company is claiming that they will apply for approval next month, and they're hoping that 164 patients, the target they have, may be completed by the end of next month. Then they will apply for approval, and then they will have the vaccines. Now, what happened after this news? The whole world erupted. I can give you the example. Donald Trump sent a tweet, which he has removed now, that the vaccine has arrived and now it looks like coronavirus is gone. Then the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, he had a press conference and he mentioned that they have also ordered this vaccine, the doses. But I think the most sensible statement was by Alex Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister. What he said, this is a good news, we are happy about it, but on the other hand, we are looking for other vaccine candidates, and we may order from other companies also when they get approval. And he is the one who talked about the bad news that I was talking about. The bad news about this vaccine is that it has to maintain the temperature of minus 70 degrees centigrade. Minus 70. Now you can imagine the other vaccines say 2 centigrade or 1 centigrade or minus 2 centigrade, but for this vaccine, the temperature that has to be maintained as a cold chain. You know what cold chain means? That cold chain means that from the production of the vaccine to the injection to the person, it has to maintain a certain temperature. This is called cold chain. So anytime the temperature changes and it doesn't meet this requirement, there's no guarantee that the vaccine will be effective. So this is the bad news. I think that maintaining minus 70 centigrade temperature will be a very hard thing. That's what Alex Trudeau also mentioned, that because of this factor, we are looking for other vaccines. The best news out of this is that out of those 44,000 people, no one has shown any side effects. So from the safety point of view, and this is good news that this is very safe. Nobody had any side effects after given the vaccine. So this is the story so far. I hope you liked my video. If you liked it, please give it a thumb up. And if you did not subscribe my channel yet, please subscribe it, and don't forget to press the bell icon. And I hope that inshallah very soon we have better news or more news about vaccines coming up, and then I hope that very soon the world will be back to normal again. Take care of yourself and people around you. Assalamu alaikum. And the best news out of this is that out of those 44,000 people, no one has shown any side effects. So from the safety point of view, and this is good news that this is very safe. Nobody had any side effects after given the vaccine.